Black history is the story of African Americans in the United States and elsewhere. It is the untold story of those who have traveled near and far. We know many of the stories that have been told to us because they are repeated daily in our news and throughout the history. But what about the unsung hero? What about the person who's done something in history and in time that no one knows about or has ever said anything about? Well, tonight, the Old Dillard Foundation presents to you Hallelujah, which is an off-Broadway musical, which we're only going to show a portion of it, just to give you a bit of history of those untold stories. We will present to you tonight a dance routine, an amazing grace from a different point of view. Of course, we have to put Harriet Tubman in this skit because her journey is like no other's journey. She paved the way and the path for many of us to be here today. And of course, we will end it with a celebration. And that's because from whence we've come from to where we're going. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together tonight for Hallelujah and enjoy Black history, not only tonight, but make sure you study, read, and live Black History 365. mean grace. How sweet the sound.
How sweet the sound. You mean the sound of the whip going across my back?
That saved a wretch like me.
Like you? You never needed saving. I needed to be saved from you.
I once was lost.
Ha! Lost? You were never lost.
But now I am found.
Bruh, man, you were never found. You found me in the land of milk and honey.
Was blind, but now I see.
Oh, now you blind too? Blind by the fact that you stole from me. And see what? That you took my women, my children, my land, my hairstyles, my inventions, my knowledge, my wealth, and tried to take the color of my skin.
'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear.
No fear. You beat me into fear. To fear my confidence, to fear my knowledge, my creativity, to fear my manhood, my family, most of all, to fear my love for myself. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. Though the trials come on every hand, oh, I feel like going on. Said I feel like going on. Feel like going on. Though trials come on every hand, and I feel like going on.
Yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Don't know how long I've been out. My name is Araminta Ross, but you may know me better as Harriet Tubman, conductor on the Underground Railroad. I was born a slave in Dorchester County, Maryland in the 1820s. Life was hard back then. Life was hard. When I was 19, Master threw a lead weight and hit me in the head. Can you see the spot? I still blacks out every now and then, and the devil meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. I get visions and God shows me. He shows me which way to go, and he tells me what to do, and I do it. I'm one of 8 siblings. And Master was going to sell me down the river. He was going to sell me to hard labor. I just can't live as a slave anymore. So me and my brothers, we took off for freedom. But they got scared. I'm of the no turning back kind. I let them go back, but I ran for my life. I ran for my life.
and I made it to freedom alone. No one to say welcome home. And I vowed I will save my family. I will go back and save my family. I am not the inventor of the Underground Railroad. Many people were part of the Underground Railroad. White people, black people, good people that helped us make it to freedom. I didn't do it alone. There were many. And I'm glad that I was one of them. I remember a time when we were running for freedom and I passed out, I blacked out. I went into a vision. And while I was out for about 3 hours, they were very nervous. But God was telling me something, see? He was telling me to go a different way. And when I came to, I informed them and they followed me. I saved about 300 people, but I found out later that if we had gone the way we had planned, Master would have caught us. He would have skinned me alive if he could have ever had caught me. Harriet Tubman. I know those slave masters hated me. They hated me. But God loved me. Yes, he did. He helped me to do many things in my lifetime. I was a spy for the United States government. Yes, I was. I volunteered as a nurse in the war. I had some special herbs that really did well with many other soldiers. And they got better. But in my old age, in my last days, I was able to build a house in upstate New York for the old people, the black people that didn't have no place to go. And they could live out their lives there. But I want you to take a moment and join me on this Underground Railroad. I got one last message for you before we cross that river. We got one more river to cross. But I want you to stretch out your hands and look at them. Look down at your feet. No shackles. That's what our people died for. That's what our people went forward for. No shackles. But there's one last stronghold, and it's the shackles of your mind, people. The shackles of your mind. We be free. No shackles on our wrists. We be free. No shackles on our ankles. But we got to straighten out our minds. They can't hold back our minds. We smart people. Inventors, doctors, lawyers, influencers. We can help somebody. Take what you know, see how it affects our people, and see if you can help somebody. Yes, yes, come along on this train, come along on this train, but there won't be no turning back. I promise you, you won't be turning back. Because I'll shoot you if you turn back. If Master find you, he'll make you tell. You can't tell him, because if you told him, we wouldn't make it to freedom. Join me as I get ready to cross this river. And I want you to come with me and wade in the water. Many years ago, I wrote that song, Wade in the Water, because God is in the water. Freedom is in the water. And you gotta cross over to come to freedom. So I want you to sing with me. All voices all over the world, all voices all over this land. Wade in the water means more than wading and stepping in the water. It means come along to freedom. Freedom of the mind, the heart, and the soul. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Who's those children dressed in red? God's gonna trouble the water. Well, it must be the children that Moses led. God's gonna trouble the water. So come on and wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Tell me, who's those children dressed in white? God's gonna trouble the water. Well, it must be the children called the Israelites. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, wade in the water. Wade, come on, the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, wade. In the water, God's gonna trouble the water.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm wading through muddy waters. You know I got a made up mind, and I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, do you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, I hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you.
We really would like to thank you for taking the time out to come and celebrate Black History Month with us. One of the songs they sing was Carry the Load. If you understand, you don't have to carry the load by yourself. God says, cast your cares on me, for I care for you. Then he also says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me. And we also want to just give a shout out to our sponsors. If it had not been for them, the major sponsor for this Black History celebration is Funding Arts Broward, which supports innovative local visual and performing arts in Broward County. I'm sure you're all feeling fine, and we wish you could have been down here to just celebrate this excitement and the exuberance of everything that happened and the songs of inspiration and encouragement. We want you to understand something. Whatever you heard tonight, allow it to inspire you and keep you motivated to do everything and anything that God has promised you that you will and can do. We're also glad to give a shout out to our other sponsors as well, because had it not been for them and their generosity, this would not have been possible. Community Foundation of Broward, PNC Arts Alive, the Broward Cultural Division, and Florida Humanity Cares, and the Housing Authority of Fort Lauderdale. We thank you, and thank you. Have an awesome night. Don't forget, social distance, wash your hands, and stay prayerful. God be with you. Have a good night.